Hello again. I realize now, looking at my CC9 notes that, CC10 and 9, your CC9 was not with Ariel, who I thought it was with. So that's probably why you started on the 3s, which scratch all that, but again though, even with CC10, because you and him have such a wonderful rapport and have practiced so much, no more 3s, no more spells. I loved him on the laminate, definitely stick with that. You know, great job reminding him of his posture. And then also, you know, just be mindful that when you are moving, transitioning any next step, motor, cognitively, always have to up the prompting a little bit more, and it'll fade accordingly, just kind of how it faded with the 3s and stuff. And then let me see what your questions were. I didn't have too many notes because it looks great, but oh, and I see you went down to the 3 for more accuracy, which is good, but you know, you guys are at a point to where if you want to kind of promote more of that accuracy, maybe throw in a spell on the 26 instead. It's good to give them the break. Yeah, I mean, prior knowledge and open questions, that it's a whole new world for him, so remember to always do those complete sentences and things before you go right into too big of opens, and then, you know, be careful of what type of lesson you're doing. Sometimes the opens are a little more emotional or could bring back some PTSD or who knows what. But one of those lesson books, I think like the book on everything, it's pretty thick. I think it was like $45, but each page is just one lesson with 3 or 4 chunks, about different careers and whatever. And I really like that book in particular when you're trying to break open or working on that, because all of those questions are very light, nothing to do with kind of their personal, you know, health or feelings or stress or anxiety. It's just kind of, oh, if you were in the field of writing, you know, what would your ideal profession be, or something like that. And then, yeah, so if they're unable to answer, for the most part, because of his age, for a lot of the prior knowledge, I would just assume that he knows it. You know, I really haven't met a client of any age that hasn't really known the majority of prior knowledge. So just drop that board with confidence. You might have to prompt him a little bit more for the first letters, and then just let him go. And then when you are getting to those open-ended, you know, a lot of the times my first opens with a lot of clients, sometimes it takes 30 minutes to get 5 words, and it's not even a full sentence. And I would just say, you know, we're at our 45, 50-minute mark. I know you're working hard. I know you have plenty to say, but it seems like we're getting a little loopy, or these pokes are really fast, and which leads me to believe they're impulsive and not what you want to say. So for the sake of respecting the process, we're just gonna stop with what we have right now and try and pick up next time. And yeah, but those first opens, I mean, they can take a really, really long time, and that's when he might poke the first 3 words and they're super slow, super accurate, and then he gets a little wonky. And if, you know, if they're not grammatically correct, then that's when I would say, all right, let's go back to the last word that makes sense and that was accurate. Because again, you know, I just want to make sure that I am respecting your true voice, and I know you know how to form a sentence, so this just doesn't sound right. So we're going to go back to the last word that I'm confident is what you wanted to say and what was accurate. And then, you know, also just keep in mind that at the beginning, sometimes their open answers might sound a little choppier than usual, and then eventually the more comfortable you get and they get, then that's when they start answering in their paragraphs and essays and who knows what. And as we're kind of approaching the last couple videos, I just want you to look at your pen form. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if I've really seen you with anyone with low tracking or vision issues, or anyone with too much of complex motor needs. I guess one of your little guys was pretty tricky when it came to being in the complex realm, but so I'll put you at emerging there. But if you can, try and find another client for that. And then I would love to also see you coaching a parent for, 10 minutes or so. But yeah, other than that, you're doing great. Just shoot me a text and we will get a meeting on the schedule.